regular season 7 was when Work Osterforce were using it inside the jungle in the hands of Chu. Now we're seeing it finally in the gold lane. Let's see what's gonna happen in Game 2 between Blacklist International and Onic Philippines. It's time to be legendary. Let's enter the land of Dawn. Will this be a road to Game 3 or a road to a sweep?
Well, it definitely is a road that will be leading to somewhere. But traditionally, though, Hayabusa was played in the side lanes. So, if anything, this is Hayabusa's return to form.
Let's see if Blacklist International shows us the capabilities of this gold lane Hayabusa. But at least there's no Diggy strat right now. Honestly speaking, nobody likes the Diggy strategy.
Unless you're the winning team.
Unless you're the winning team.
But yeah, it has to be a long drawn game here, because what Wise wants to happen is to be able to dish out the stacks.
Oh, but Wise looks like he's gonna dish out his life first. The Aldous going down without even a minute spent inside this game. Onic Philippines, they have the right idea and they're pulling through.
And again, it's just Mpl-Ph needs to control Wise. Don't give him time to get his passive stacks up. As soon as he reaches level 4, he will not be a major factor for Mpl-Ph to take notice on, because he can easily escape with the Chase Fate.
And Chase Fate would not just be a, let's just say, a tool that could be used defensively, but also aggressively. And it's going to be a fun time for the Aldous if ever it does reach late game. But lately, Onic Philippines has been trying to keep him down quite well. He was able to secure his purple buff early on, but he still fell down.
He still fell down. Kyrie might potentially fall down here as well.
Yeah, but Esson, he's going to flicker out. That's a flicker punch, and Jay, he's not going to make it. The stunts are there, the slows as well, and that's going to be a kill on the Eve. And what a play coming in from Blacklist.
Chase Fate, ladies and gentlemen, you can immediately respond to your teammates no matter where you are in the map. And we will be expecting Wise to build a tanky Aldo, and even more so, it's just because of the fact that his stacks are more than enough to dish out the damage. Traditionally, we see the Aldo dive in with the Chase Fate and be able to delete any squishy members here in the enemy team. And for now, it's looking like it is Hate, and it is Kyrie as well. Can be deleted with one hit.
Well, it's still just fairly early inside the game right now. The damage is already out there for Wise, but let's expect something more by late game. The Turtle already half HP here. That's going to be the entrance coming in from Dlar. The real-world manipulation, the parallelograms going down. Who will go down first? Looks like Kyrie will be the first one to go down in the Battle of the Mages, and looks like Edward will be next here. Dlar looking for blood, and looks like they will be not calling it quits for now. Going in with a TP, and that's a 2-for-1.
Trade by the turret. Wonderful trade by the turret there. But that was poor positioning from Oh My Venus on that real-world manipulation. Kyrie just knows where the center part of this that parallelogram is going to be at, and he just positioned himself just at the tip to just dish out the damage onto Oh My Venus.
Yeah, but Kyrie died first in that fight.
It was still assisted though.
It was a 1v1, not a 1v1, but it was a battle of the mages. The artillery, the bite on Iyaknu. That's the stun going in. The shadow kill, not yet. Joke, it's a commit underneath the turret. But you know, Iyaknu's a little bit tanky to deal with.
Too tanky, top lane being focused out. I like the Hurricane Dance there. Circles are being thrown out. He's definitely going to go down, no doubt. That's a 4-man presence in the top lane. Bottom lane might just be traded out.
Yeah, and right now, bottom lane will be the objective to take for Blacklist International. But looks like they're going to go out for now. Wise waiting for something to happen here. Trying to steal out the purple buff. But this is a potential 3v1. Esson is there to help out Wise. Who will get that purple buff? And looks like it's going to be a secure from Wise. Iyaknu looks to be next. That's Killers before the Eve, and a bite onto Kyrie here. That's just a one kill and a purple buff for Blacklist.
That's a steal from Onic, a steal that they want, because he's relatively safe. The turret will fall down as well in the top lane and in the bottom lane, so it's an even fight.
Yeah, an even fight. Cross-map plays all over. Both teams are being highly competitive in this early game.
And as long as Blacklist International maintains just the game to be equal, they are relatively ahead because Onic wants to get that big gap in terms of the goal. They want to give Kyrie and Hate the most amount of money that they can, and just because of the fact that Hate and Kyrie are scaling well, scale well into the late game, they need to draw out the fight as well. But Wise is the threat that's looming over the horizon.
And that's the threat going down. The Farsa immediately gets shadow killed out of existence. The bite lands on Jay. The real world manipulation almost taking him down. And that is just a 1-for-0 in the favor of Blacklist.
That is an immediate trade potentially, but we do see the immediate rotation from Onic on all sides. Yaknu's going to be looking for an opportunity to go for a play, and that's actually what we have to see. On top of Jay going for the hurricane dances, we need to see a Wave the Dragons or Jeet Kune Dos from Yaknu that can disrupt Blacklist International.
Not just disrupt, but make space for the Claude as well. That Blazing Duet will hurt like hell in the mid-game, but of course that's the mid-game, and Hate needs a little bit of time to farm up as the Claude.
And it's going to take a while. Golden Staff, Demon Hunter Sword, and
that's the DHS.
That's actually the Demon Hunter Sword right now by Hate. So the Golden Staff is up next for him. As soon as he reaches the Golden Staff, he'll be a threat for Blacklist International. But meanwhile, Yaknu also picked up the Blade of Despair. He'll start to hurt slowly but surely into the game as the fight goes on, as they get a pin.
And that's the pin. That's the easy kill. And oh, but look at that. What a move. And Wise will be entering Kyrie. One more punch. And Gunner. And that's the real world manipulation, forcing out a flicker. And hey, he's just inside. He's not going to get snared anymore, but the damage is just too real. Jay is going in. No kills on the side of Onic just yet, but looks like they want to change that. Wise, he's already half HP. And that's going to be a stalemate for now as they call it quits.
Wise with Jay getting pursued out by the Shurikens as well. But yeah, it was Eson manages to make it out alive. Oheb manages to make it out alive, and Wise just rejoined the fight to hunt down Kyrie, and that is your job as an Aldous. You need to look for the lowest possible armor that the person has, and that's Kyrie on the Farsa.
And sometimes when you just enter that very squishy mage, it's not going to be a fun time, but this is Yaknu, a 1v1 shadow kill, just going to get soaked up a little. What a brave encounter here, but Wise going back in, that's a punch. Going down is the Cho, and look at the damage of the real world manipulation. Kyrie has to run away, and Blacklist International, that's going to be the Federate Airstrike, trying to zone out a lot of people here. Hate with the Blazing Duet will not take down anyone. He doesn't have any damage yet. And Blacklist International, they still survive. They're going to take down this turret, and they're going to call it outie.
They have to go outie right now, and regardless, that was still a good engagement by Blacklist International. We are seeing a 1,000 gold lead from them. That's already significant enough. Why? Wise is already getting his equipments up, and he's starting to be tanky as ever. He's just going to be a nuisance to Onic-Ph. That every time they see Wise coming in, they know that there's nothing much that they can do unless they get the pin down on the wave, on the hurricane dance and the Wave the Dragon. If that is going to happen, but that is a lot of things to take in consideration because they also have the Hayabusa, they also have Eson that can go into the back lines as well as Oh My Venus. So a lot of the composition that Onic has
might just be the spin. The hurricane won't land on anyone. Real world manipulation traps Jay for a moment there, but he is safe for now. Feathered Airstrike trying to buy out a little bit of space, and they do, and that's Onic Philippines staying safe for now.
Yeah, that is the thing about Onic-Ph. They can remain
he's going
safe.
In. He's going in. The Cho's going in, and stun on Oheb. He will be going out for the Shadow, the Quad Shadow, and Flar looks to be tanking a lot of damage. That's the stun landing on Wise. Wise might just be in trouble here, but he's surviving just for a moment as Flar finally takes him down. A 1-for-0 in the favor of Onic Philippines.
Little shines of ray of sunshine there. 800 gold lead from 1,000 earlier on. That's good enough for Onic-Ph. Good trades onto Wise. Good thing that they take down Wise as well. That's 10 seconds of them gone. We'll be able to secure the farm for themselves. But really, the composition of Onic-Ph here is really reliant on just being as safe as possible because they have the Jeet Kune Do. They have the Hurricane Dance as the Lord will be started off here.
Oh, that's the Feathered Airstrike and the real world manipulation. The damage is just pouring around, but Jay is in the corner. Wise, he finds one. He's going in for Jay instead, and Jay, that's the pin down, but the mega kill first. first will go down War the Eve, and that's 2 kills inside of Blacklist and Mpl-Ph. They have to fall back. That's the turret about to go down mid lane. They're just waiting for the creeps, but looks like they're gonna hover towards the Lord area instead.
They have priority over the Lord area. That was a fight that Onic didn't want to participate in, but Wise just forced the issue with his Chase Fate to connect the kill onto Jay.
Yeah, Lar, that's the Inferno burnt for the Thams. I feel like they can't contest unless a big blunder happens. Feathered airstrike already committed. Oheb going in for the Farsa. It looks like it's going to be a shadow kill. Not enough as the Farsa takes down the Hayabusa. And Edward looks to be next. Jay quite healthy here. That Chase of Fate will be cancelled when the Lord will be cancelled as well. That was a great turnaround from Onic.
Great turnaround. They managed to keep their losses at a minimum. 1-for-1 trade for the side laners. That's good enough. But as it stands, Hate still does not have any kills for them. The lead is still on the side of Blacklist International. It's slowly becoming a significant lead. It's a 2,000 gold lead for themselves.
And Blacklist International, they're pulling the aggressive plays, and Onic is being forced to respond. But this is not the thing that Onic wants. They want to be the ones to pull the trigger. And whenever Kyrie versus Venus throws out their ultimates, it's always going to be them trying to kill out each other. But at this point, there are more priority targets than each other. They need to make sure that they play their role well.
That's true. They need to zone out the members of their opposing side as much as possible. If they go on the mage duels looking like 2 duelists standing on, you know, kind of like that one anime.
But, you know what? Maybe it's time to duel if I'm correct with your reference.
You are correct.
But Edward will be zoning out Adlar and Jay out of the Lord Pit. But I like the positioning coming in from the Cho. Iyaknu knows that he is a big split push threat.
Big push. And surprising though, it's typically Delar that's picking up the Cho to create the space for Mpl-Ph. It's Iyaknu picking up that helm, and he's doing a relatively good job. He just needs to find a way to initiate the fight. Speaking of fighting being initiated,
that's the ultimate coming in from Oh My Venus, but doesn't really take out anyone. Real world manipulation hurts, but I feel like it's more effective when you're trying to pick out a lot of members. But nonetheless, that was a great play coming in from Blacklist International. They do make Onic-Ph bleed, but that's not enough space to start the Lord.
Yeah, they do have the priority, but I don't want them to commit just yet. They need to get a pick off on the Hate, because he is the threat here for a potential steal. His Blazing Duet should hurt right now, and as long as they can really zone him out, that's good. Speaking of being zoned out, there is a big zone there by Delar on the top side.
And Oheb gonna go for the 1v1 against Lar, but Lar will be healing up a lot of his HP due to the Inferno. And looks like Weiss will just use his Chase Fate to join any fight the moment it begins. Esson has to flicker out from that situation. And Jay, look at the damage from Real World Manipulation. The Queen's Gambit online right now for Blacklist International. And this is just Blacklist just dealing a lot of damage in that fight.
And now they have to start pushing out the waves towards the side of Onic-Ph. Blacklist International is sitting on a 5,000 gold lead for themselves. They will not be securing the Lord just yet. It's not the right time. Why? Hate is still alive. Most of the members of Onic-Ph can counter-initiate against a Lord play. Jay is a threat here in the potential Lord push. In a potential Lord fight because of the 1,000-pounder blender Hurricane Dance combo.
There's a lot of things that you need to think about if you want to start a game-changing objective like the Lord. Esson is already sniffing out the people here, but it looks like Quad Shadow, a little bit of dancing there for the Hayabusa.
Just gonna lean with it, rock with it. That's what Oheb is doing. Just doing the whoa.
You know what? I'm not sure on how to respond to that reference anymore. But let's go back in this orange buff. Will Weiss take it down uncontested? And Weiss right now, anytime that he picks a target, it's gonna be a big fight. You already know.
Yeah, and we're looking at Weiss still prioritizing the target which is Kyrie. He can't go ahead and commit to hate because
Oh no, that's the Queen's Gambit going down. It looks like the Shadow kill will be committed, but just might be his own death. But he goes back to the quad. Shadow will hate be the next target here. Flickers out of safety instead. And that was quite dangerous for Onic Philippines.
5 green dots down inside Blacklist International, but it doesn't matter. Onic-Ph will try to go for the continuation of the fight. That's all ultimates down for Blacklist International. They traded it off for a turret. That's a win.
And the turret will be traded down bot though by Onic Philippines. Again, the split push potential from this Cho.
Yeah, Ayaknu is starting to do his job as a Cho, which is a split push, but Wise can respond to that. And as soon as Ayaknu decides to fall back, Wise can respond to a major team fight with his Chase Fate, which is still coming off of cooldown, which he actually committed over to the bottom lane.
Yeah, and Jay goes in, trying to find Edward and Esson here. Only pins down the Dinosaur as the feathered airstrike goes down. Esson quite safe right now, but the Barretts looks to be falling down to Kyrie. And Kyrie, with this gang, that's a 5v4. Shadow kill will be committed, but won't take down anyone. That's a real-world manipulation going down. It looks like the damage is not going to take down anyone as a shutdown goes to Glar. This just might be bad for Blacklist. This is a 3v5. Look at that. Esson's still alive. Jay's finding Oheb. He's going to go in. Feathered airstrike for the kill. And that's the snipe for Onic Philippines.
Kyrie 4-3, ladies and gentlemen. Long range at the tip of the range of the feathered airstrike.
If there's an alley-oop 3 points, I know that will never exist outside of the anime universe. That was it. That was it.
That's true.
The support coming in from Jay is just, I think, enough vision for Kyrie to pull off that aggressive ultimate.
Yeah, he just threw the blender, and that, well, he just threw the blender. That's the alley-oop. Yeah, the initial, like he was just gonna go for the alley-oop, but then passes on to his teammate
for the 3 points.
For the 3-pointer. That's basically what happened.
That's a nice reference, but I don't want to tell the anime, but I remember watching a more recent basketball anime where they caught the ball mid-air and threw a 3-pointer. Feel like that was more apt, but going back to this game, Onic Philippines, they go in. Looks like that's a mistake for now, and Jay has to go out. The Lord will be pushing down top, and Blacklist International feels like they're in shambles after that fight. Feathered airstrike, Edward hurting a little bit, but Hate has to go out of that situation. And look at this, Lar in front. Looks like Popol and Koopa will go down, and Onic Philippines, they're gonna go out a little bit here. Edward tanking a lot of damage. Jay already low on HP. Hate, he will just slowly push away. And this is still 5 members alive for side of Onic Philippines. Meanwhile, for Blacklist, 4 people are left to defend this base.
Feathered airstrike will be committed. It's Onic-Ph just knocking on the doors of Blacklist International this time around. We did not see any good Daytona's welcome from Edward because the Purify was committed by Kyrie. Meanwhile, in the backline,
oh no, Wise! Feathered airstrike will not be committed just yet, but looks like Jay will be the first one to do it down. Wise is still alive. He takes down the far stuff. Oheb looks to be next to Shadow kill. It's more than enough. 3 people down immediately from Onic Philippines for the price of Chase Fate. Will you be able? Oh no, you know what, Wise? Don't be a tease. He's still going in. He's just gonna make others cower in the power of this Aldous. And looks like Blacklist, just when we thought that Onic found their break, they say no.
Yo, man, if anything, Wise was still a threat in that. Against Delar and Ayaknu, that's already relatively low. He's a threat, and they're running it down mid. This time around, Blacklist International trying to turn things around.
5 seconds in J, that's a real-world manipulation. Committed, plus the ultimates from the Shadow kill. That's a Cho finally down. It looks like Delar will be next. They're not focusing on the base just yet. It looks like 2 people will be down here. Jay's back, but that's the immortality pop. Looks like Delar will be succeeding to save himself right now. No minions. The defense is successful.
This a complete turnaround, just one team fight, and Blacklist International turn things around. They need to start forcing on the top lane and the bottom lane here in order to be able to knock on the doors properly.
And this is Iaknu still down, 25 seconds on the clock. They're going in for the turrets instead. That's 2 lanes, 2 inhibitors down for the side of Onic Philippines. And Onic, they found themselves winning a few minutes ago. But right now, Blacklist International is knocking in their bases, knocking in front of their faces. Jay looks to be next. Federer Airside covers a lot of areas. And looks like Blacklist International, they finally call it quits.
They call it quits. I like the usage of the Hurricane Dance there to get the microstuns onto the side of Blacklist International in order for them to not push out the base. They're still hanging on into this game despite against all odds. Man,
wow.
Blacklist International turned things around after that team fight in the mid lane. That beautiful fight that we thought that Blacklist International would lose, but Wise just outliving everybody on the side of Mpl-Ph, and they started marching down mid. Good timing on it was luck on their side as well, with the minion wave pushing right at them as they were pushing towards Iaknu and Delar. Started marching down mid, turned things around, and now Onic is on the back foot.
Wow. This is the series that we have been waiting for today. Blacklist versus Onic. This is such an action-packed Game 2 that you would wish that they would be Game 3, not unless you're a Blacklist fan. Because the Blacklist right now, they're trying to secure this Luminous Lord. And Onic Philippines, they do have a little bit of firepower left, but 2 lanes are slowly pushing against them.
And if anything, Wise can respond to Iaknu's split push with just 1 Chase Fate.
Yeah.
He can handle Iaknu, no doubt.
The ultimate split push counter. Who would have thought? Aldous Jungle. Let's get it on. Blacklist International, the top team in their group. Onic Philippines looking to match that strength. What a game. The finale for this one would be insane.
The finale indeed. If we're down to no turrets and just a slither of health, it might just become officially the best series we've ever had, as the Hurricane Dance will be committed there by Jay. So that's the defensive option gone.
The defensive option gone. It looks like Wise, he found Kyrie, and he will not punch him out of existence just yet.
But that's a Chase Fate down as well. So they need to capitalize on this. Iaknu can start split pushing himself.
And the Lord is up though, so I don't feel like both teams have the allowance to stay on a lane that's very far away from the Lord. Esson already sniffing out Lar here.
It's crucial. Esson's gonna get caught out here.
Jay though, looks like they do get Esson, and that's the Federer Airside immediately committed, but Edward, he's quite tanky. Esson's still alive. Look at it. On the side, that's the Winter's Truncheon committed by Kyrie, but Kyrie will be hunted down as Jay goes down. Bang. And Kyrie, that's the 1 punch, man. Make that 2, baby. And Wise, he is just insane in this game, and looks like 2 people will be down for Onic Philippines and Blacklist. They're looking to end all of this mess.
60 seconds on Kyrie. This is not what Mpl-Ph wants to happen. They had the victory in their side. They got stolen away by Blacklist International, and they're threatening to get a 2-0 sweep. They're already marching onto the base, and really, the answer here is Iaknu and Delar. We're not going to expect much on Hate. He's still sitting at 0-1-4. He's not being the impact that Onic wants to happen. He's the primary damage dealer. It turned into Kyrie. Hate's not amounting to anything here.
Yeah, and that's very disappointing if we look at it, because usually around 23 minutes, it's Claude time. It's a time where Claude goes in, melts everybody, and just calls it a day. But right now, we're looking at a 23-minute game, and Blacklist International looks to have an unstoppable demon punch from Wise.
It's a threat. It's the threat of a 2-0 sweep here. It's a threat for Onic to not change their positioning. Hate does pick up the Malefic Roar. Switches on over to the Tough Boots as well.
This might just be the finale that we're looking for. Federer Airstrike already committed. Edward right in front of everyone. Kyrie immediately going down. That's a 1-man down for Onic Philippines. Queen slam at the Heat. It's just in the back line. That's one kill in the Eve. And they're just turning this around. Edward looks to be down. 3 people are about to go down for the side of Blacklist. Give her the choke. Wise is the only one left. He's trying to punch the base. But the triple kill. What? It is the Blacklist agents still making it happen. Wise punches it out of the game.
That was close.